visionary, revolutionary. I'm a visionary, revolutionary.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the D&B Podcast. I'm your host, the champ, Camilio Salamander, and I'm here with my tremendous, stupendous, McMarvelous, loserous co-host, KB the Mark.
Cause I'm a fucking mark for this shit. That's not even a word.
I made it up. I made up McMarvelous.
Yeah, but that works. Loserous don't work.
It works in this.
And anyway, it was a tie.
You thought you had me to the end. It wasn't for. Well, we'll get into it. But before we get started, let me just ask you this: this weekend of wrestling, 10 out of 10.
20 out of 10.
20 out of 10. Okay. I have to meet you there because it did. It was so fucking exciting. Like, we got wrestling early in the day. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like these premium live events that's starting like early in the day, like noon, 1 o'clock, get done by 5, and it's like, all right. Because it feel like, because you be hyped and stuff after it go off, and then it's like, when it comes on 8 and go off for 11, it's like, you hype at midnight for no reason.
Nobody wants to watch a pay-per-view at 1 o'clock. Wrestling is main event to me. So I want to see it at 8.
They gotta come on at a good time, like Saturday at 1. What you do Saturday at 1 o'clock?
College football.
That's pretty much it. Well, if it's not no good games on, why not?
There's always a good game on. It's the first game started noon. And those are typically what you're leading off with.
So Saturday, I bet you didn't watch college football till after 5.
Nope, I watched college football all day.
So you didn't watch Clash of the Castle?
Yeah, I also watched college football.
How?
What you mean how?
So you had one eye going to the left and the other eye going down at your phone?
No, I paid more attention to Clash at the Castle than college football, but I still had it on.
So you were listening to football while watching wrestling?
No, I'm more like I was listening and watching wrestling and just glancing down periodically and flipping through the different channels to see the different scores of the games. At least until Clash at the Castle went off. But by the time that happened, then it was the horrible game of Georgia and Oregon. That game was still going on, so yeah. I feel sorry for anybody who's a Bo Nix fan, and I'm gonna leave it there. But with that being said, I do like Bo Nix.
Yeah, we had a long weekend of wrestling. The go home shows, it was cool. I say the go home shows was better on the WWE side than AEW. I will say that. I got things to say about AEW all out, but I'm gonna save it till we go on topic. But first, let's go ahead and jump into it. We're gonna start with NXT Worlds Collide first. What's the first match that we have on the card?
NXT Worlds Collide. We have Carmelo Hayes defending the North American Championship against Ricochet. Carmelo Hayes did retain. I thought this was a fantastic match. A great way to open. Great fucking way to open. Ricochet looked good. Carmelo Hayes once again escapes by the skin of his teeth. It was just fantastic all the way around.
You know why Ricochet looking so good right now?
Because it's Triple H.
Yeah, Papa H is back. Ricochet, I think this was just a teaser because he's been going for the main roster since Papa H got him on. Like he's been hit or miss. I mean, we seen him one week, we haven't seen him and stuff like that. So now he popped up at NXT, put on a tremendous match. Now he's about to go back to SmackDown and get a decent push that he's deserving.
Yes. We had the first unification bout of the night. It was the Creed brothers, who are the NXT Tag Team Champions, and Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen, who are the NXT UK Champions. They were defending against Pretty Deadly and Gallus. This match was a car crash in the worst type of way. I really didn't like this match. I do like the decision. I love Pretty Deadly. That was the right team to put it on. I think with everything that happened, the ending of the match was good. I was very surprised by the ending, especially with knowing everything that had led up to that, with Roddy being attacked in the parking lot. So the match, it wasn't that good. The ending was fine though.
So I got a question, right?
Yes.
With all of this, like, 'cause you know they're doing not UK, but NXT Europe, and then we got NXT 2.0. What are they gonna do? Like, is Pretty Deadly supposed to be back and forth on both shows, or is NXT Europe is going to be its own thing with its own titles, and this is just a way to write off NXT UK?
I think it's just a way to write off NXT UK, because if you look, the Pretty Deadly was the only UK team that won, but they have already been over here.
Yeah.
So I think this was just a way to really just get those UK titles out of here. Do a unification bout, you merge them in with the NXT titles, and there you go.
Hey, because if they bring it in NXT Europe and it's going to be its own thing with its own titles, it gives it a chance to, since you're bringing in titles over here, let's go ahead and bring in new titles in NXT.
Right.
Yeah. Because I heard Triple H is trying to create new titles, even on the main roster too. New versions. So it's probably his way of doing everything.
I mean, as he should. These titles are getting hard to look at. Every title looks the same. Nothing feels unique outside of the IC in the United States.
Yeah.
We had the women's unification match.
Damn near the match of the night, for real.
Ooh, I don't know. But Mandy Rose and Meiko Satomura were defending against Blair Davenport. Mandy Rose won when she hit the Kiss of the Rose to Davenport. So I got a couple things. Salamander is right. This was damn near match of the night. This shit was fantastic. Number 2, Blair Davenport is main roster ready. I don't know why she's in NXT. You can throw her on SmackDown, or you can throw her on Raw. She would be a great competitor for Bianca. She would be a great competitor for Liv Morgan. Or what I really want to see is Blair Davenport versus Charlotte Flair.
It might come. I think this is just an ending of all. They can start calling up people now, because the NXT UK people who drop their titles, they can start getting called up and everything. Because let's be honest, the main roster kind of do need a refresher, and the draft is right around the corner. So they should be eligible to be drafted, and I think that's what they should do. It really, like, you got tag teams, you got women, you got single stars, so you got new faces to input into the mid card, the main event scene, the women's tag scene. You got stuff to do now, but I think they should hold off until the draft at least.
I don't know what your voice.
Had them roll with the storyline of them being free agents. Like, the contract with NXT is expired, so they free agents and stuff. And leading up to the draft in a couple of weeks, they just be on shows and stuff or whatever. But bring back, I kind of like the effect of what they did at Clash at the Castle with Karrion Kross in the crowd. I like that. And stuff like, I think they should do more stuff like that with stars. Like, you trying to do recruitment, so you sitting out in the crowd, even if you ain't booked for the show, like, you there. Like, I'm watching them. Like Finn Balor, he ain't booked for one Raw. Like, the Judgment ain't booked at all. But we seen them in the beginning of the show. If we seen them ringside, they pointing them out. They there the whole show watching, and they just doing recruitments. That'd be dope.
It's not bad.
Or set up a challenge Roman or something for the title, so he come out ringside watching the Usos, just trying to observe what they do, and get all these mannerisms down so he can be taking notes and stuff like that. Like I kind of like that aspect. Like they always point out celebrities shit. Like why not the wrestlers come out and actually get a bird's eye view of the match itself instead of watching the back. It just brings a different feel to it. Just like they brought the press conference shit. I like that aspect, but I think it should be like every show talk about what happened and stuff. You know, at the end of every NBA game and in the NFL game, it's always press conferences at the end of each game. Talk to the stars of the show. So you talk to one person, like whoever, like Raw will be. You'll have to talk to Kevin Owens every week because of his storyline going on. He's hungry, he's chasing, and then you'll talk to like whoever made the people who made a big impact on the shows. That'd be dope. 15 to 20 minutes after.
It's not a bad idea. One more thing. This was Mandy Rose's best match of her career.
It was.
She looked very good. I think she carried a decent portion of it. And you just see the improvement. I know a lot of people on, out there in the IWC were saying like, well, she definitely didn't deserve to win. I'm like, who else do you put it on? I could understand Blair Davenport and I could understand Mako Satomura, but with the way NXT is going, I don't see a reason to take it off Mandy Rose. She's one of the hottest acts on the roster.
There's no reason. She about to beat Shannon Baszler days of holding that title. I thought nobody was gonna reach that, but she is. Well, I think they should just keep Toxic Attraction off the main roster till at least after Mania. They can make that debut the Raw after Mania or the SmackDown after Mania, whatever.
I would like them to just be hired guns. Like, put them with Charlotte. Or not even Charlotte. Matter of fact, you know who'd be really good with this? Running this team, Zelina Vega. Give them a mouthpiece. Now they ain't never got to talk. Zelina does all the talking for them.
Yeah.
And she's just instructing them and just telling them what to do. Eventually, you can spin off into a Zelina Mandy feud.
Yeah, that would be dope. I'm loving this Mandy Rose, though. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
She's been doing some of the best work of her career.
Yes, she has.
WWE NXT Women's Tag Team Championships are on the line next. Katana Chance, Kaden Carter defended against Nikki Ash and Doudrop. Katana Chance and Kaden Carter got the win. Toxic Attraction interfered and stopped Nikki Ash from making a save. The match was okay.
No, it wasn't.
It was okay.
It was okay, but it was stupid because it's like going into this shit, we knew Ricochet wasn't gonna win because he's not gonna bring the NXT title to the main roster. The NXT North American title, he's not gonna bring that to SmackDown. We knew Nikki Ash and Doudrop wasn't gonna win because they're not gonna bring the NXT tag titles up there. So it was just like these are just fillers just to give them a match and put on the show. But we knew the outcome.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes you just gotta get these people on the card.
But I'm pretty sure there was other tags on NXT that you could have put there instead of putting someone on the main roster in this spot.
Yeah, you're probably right, but Papa H knows what he's doing, so I'm not going to complain. Main event, Braun Breaker, Tyler Bate, unification bout of the NXT UK and NXT Championships. Braun Breaker's the new champion. He beat Tyler Bate. This is honestly in contention for match of the weekend.
Yeah, this
was that
good. And I'm not gonna lie, I have a different outlook on Braun Breaker. At first, like I was cool on him, but I was like not cool, like, but I knew who he was. I was like, alright, he cool, whatever. But now I'm like, you say he was main event ready, like I didn't agree with you there. I was like, nah, he's still green a little bit. He needs a little bit more work. But now I'm like, yeah, he's ready. talking shit to Roman. Like, shit, I'm a 2-time. I got 2 titles too.
And what, fight Roman?
Yeah, and Roman say, all right, we gonna quadruple it. All 4 titles on the line.
For Braun?
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Does Braun win?
No, of course not.
So we just add more belts to Roman, just cause.
Yeah.
Would those be 2 belts that he would have Sami Zayn carry? Because he doesn't want to carry NXT Gold.
I don't know. I didn't think about that.
Well, remember when he held the mid-card titles, he always held them to the back. It seemed, to me, it kind of seemed like he didn't care about the titles because it wasn't the main title. That's just how I took it.
So what if he do double belt, right? He do the double belt, NXT title at the bottom, NXT UK title at the top, but he turn them to the back, and then do another double where he got the world title and facing the front, and then he carrying the Universal.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. I mean, Roman with all the gold would be pretty fucking good. But moving on, you said you had a lot to say about AEW All Out.
Yes.
Let's hop into the pre-show. Let's knock these out before we get into the main card. Opening off with Tay Mello, Sammy Guevara defending the AAA Mixed Tag Team Championships against Ortiz, Ruby Soho.
So, real quick. I'm not tripping, right? Ever since they got married, she changed her name, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I was swore, cause I was like, dang, I swore she was just Tay Conti a couple weeks ago.
Yes, here recently she changed her name.
Okay.
Ruby Soho got a broken nose. Sammy Guevara and Tay Mello retain. I heard Sammy dropped her the wrong way. I didn't really get a chance to really.
No, that's because you biased.
No.
That's why I got a lot of shit to say about this. That's why I'm talking about it's a spot fest. People, you got wrestlers over there that's not caring for each other. Like, come on, like it's not the first time that something like this done happen. He just dropped her. He didn't try to protect her or nothing.
Accidents happen.
But that was no accident.
Like I said, you cut me off. I didn't get a chance to go back and watch it because I was having problems with the Bleacher Report app.
I wasn't.
I didn't have a chance to go back and look at it, but I heard that's what happened. I mean, you know, wrestling is wrestling. I don't condone that. You know, I'm big about wrestler safety. So if Sammy Guevara needs to be reprimanded, he'll be reprimanded. You just can't be out here just accidentally breaking people's noses.
I was highly disappointed. Ruby Soho didn't deserve that.
FTW.
But yet again, I prove a point of AEW stars is continue to get hurt in the ring.
Everybody
accident or not.
Everybody gets hurt in the ring. People in WWE suffer from nagging injuries all the time. It's okay. Accidents happen.
Got 2 years in the game, and y'all already like at 45% of injuries.
That's not true. Anyway, Hook defended the FTW Championship against Angelo Parker. He made him tap out with the red run. It was exactly what I needed it to be. Hook looks like a star, more of a star every time he gets in the ring.
What was the point of dude coming in the ring though? Action Bronson?
Because he does his music.
That's right.
His music fire. You's a hater.
It's all the match.
It's a every Hook match.
It's an AEW shit. I watched this shit. I was like, bro, I paid $50 for this shit.
Yo, girl, Jade Cargill matches go just about the same amount of time.
Nah, I was happy on that shit. I cheesed the whole match.
See, can't have it both ways. AEW All Atlantic Championship on the line next. Pac versus a returning Kip Sabian. Pac got the win with the Black Girl retained. He was then met at the top by Orange Cassidy. It looks like we're going to revisit the Revolution match of 2020. I can't wait.
No.
because they tore down the house.
But it could be, it's so many other people you could be pushing. Why you giving us the same matches? And it's only been 2 years. It's only been 2 years since y'all been established and y'all been running the same matches. Like, get somebody else to push. Fan the WWE guy, y'all just pushing the same people over and over and over.
They haven't been in the same match together since Double or Nothing
But we
last year.
We seen that, and it was only a year ago. My point exactly.
That's fine. It's been a whole year.
Right.
It's been a whole year. It's okay.
Who won last year? Pac, right?
No. Kenny Omega, he retained. He pinned Pac.
Who won the last one-on-one matchup between Orange Cassidy and Pac?
Pac.
It's gonna be the same outcome.
I doubt it.
Same thing, the same way that happened when he was just having his hands in his pockets and he was just working and Pac was getting mad and stuff, and then eventually he just turned up. It's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be the same outcome.
And it's gonna be the best. It's gonna be one of the best matches on the card.
It might so. But my thing is, we already seen this match last year. Why are y'all giving it to us again? You have a huge roster. You know how many people you could be putting in that spotlight. That's why.
Your company used to give us the same matches 4 weeks in a row. And you're mad because Tony Khan is giving us a match that we haven't seen in a year. Make it make sense.
We talking about AEW.
Make it make sense.
We talking about AEW.
If Tony Khan was giving us this same matchup 3 times, 4 times in the same month, you have something to say. They haven't been in the same match since Double or Nothing last year.
When have AEW? When did AEW get established?
2019.
And it's 2022, right?
Yes.
So it's going on 3 years.
Yes.
So 3-year time span, you're giving us the same match. Y'all only been established for 3 years. We seen this match last year. Why give it to us again? This is a new title. Y'all want to build it up. Why give it to us again? Give us to somebody else that can actually, that we looking forward to, man. We seen this already. When I seen it, I wasn't excited for it. We seen that already, though.
You might be the only person.
That's after John Cena and Randy Orton, after the fucking 3rd feud, I'm like, all right, we seen this shit already. That shit get tiring if you keep seeing the same shit. And I'm just saying, it's different because WWE got years on this shit. I'm talking about for AEW, y'all only been set for about going on 3 years, and
the last time they shared a ring for real was Double or Nothing last year. He gave us a whole year without these 2 people being in the ring. What's the problem? What is the problem?
I don't want to see it again within a year. I want to see. I would rather see a younger star in that spotlight.
Okay, who?
Dante Martin.
Why?
Just somebody who's young, on the rise.
The All Atlantic. Lee Moriarty's tied up at the moment. The All Atlantic Championship is set to be defended across the pond. You need people who are going to go across the pond. That's why Pac has it. That's why he's been defending it over there. Why would you give it to Dante Martin? And besides, we're waiting on
this challenge.
But why?
But why Orange Cassidy challenging?
Why not?
Why?
Because him and Pac have unfinished business.
But why? Is he gonna travel all across the Atlantic?
I don't think Orange Cassidy is gonna win. I honestly don't see
Dante Martin's not gonna win, but it's nice to see a young star in that to get a rub, even if they lose.
Dante Martin hasn't done anything recently.
I'm just using him as an example. I'm just saying younger stars that you could possibly use that you're not utilizing right now.
Like who?
Don't y'all got Leo Rush?
No.
Who y'all got? Y'all roster so damn big, I don't know.
I can name you a bunch of young stars, and none of them are more deserving of a championship opportunity than Orange Cassidy.
Who?
None of them. Nobody is more deserving of a championship opportunity outside of Orange Cassidy. Forbidden Door performance alone has put him in the upper echelon of AEW talent. Not like he wasn't already there, because Orange Cassidy is a star. They love Orange Cassidy.
I'm gonna say you got people sitting on the backbone like this would be a perfect time to use Brian Cage. You can put him there.
Brian Cage is in ROH stuff.
When ROH gonna be on TV? Yeah, ROH stuff. Where would that be shown to that?
Listen, Tony Khan is doing all that. What you think, bro? You just
how he in ROH stuff and we ain't seeing it?
He's with the Enterprise. They bought it at the last pay-per-view. We already discussed that. Listen, let's move on. Eddie Kingston, Tomohiro Ishii. Eddie Kingston got the win.
You put Dustin Rhodes there?
No. Eddie Kingston, Tomohiro Ishii. Eddie Kingston got the win. I thought this match was fucking fantastic. Hard hitting. It was everything it needed to be.
I was excited because I'm like, I'm right so far. At this point, I was like, yeah, we dead on the nose.
Moving into
what about Kip Sabian?
What about Kip Sabian?
He couldn't be the next one.
He just lost.
I know he just, yeah, you're right. He did face him. I'm tripping. I'm just going down the roster. I'm just looking at people. Who's Lee Johnson?
He's with, that's actually not a bad guy, not a bad one to challenge, but he hasn't been doing anything.
In my point, exactly. Can utilize a young star to put in that spotlight to get a rub off of. Orange Cassidy, don't put the rub. He already been there. We already seen his match.
He's not ready for that.
How? How do we know he's not ready? We don't give him a shot.
He's been out there numerous of times. He's just not ready. He's had moments on Dynamite. He's just not ready yet.
What about Matt Sydal?
He's injured at the moment.
See? You can prove my point.
What? I didn't say there weren't injuries.
Yeah, so much.
It's just not as many as you think.
They signed Papa Bordeaux.
Yeah, he's with the Truth Busters. Can we continue?
Bro, y'all roster so damn. It's huge, but it's like y'all ain't really got nobody. What about Sean Dean?
He's more of a backstage hand.
He's 9-1 though.
I mean, yeah, he wrestles on Dark, but he's just more of a backstage hand. He handles the extras and stuff.
People on Dark. Don't watch that. People be having you be 25-0. It's like, bro, I ain't never seen you before.
Over half your girls' wins came from Dark. Where do you think that is true. Where do you think she was before she hit Dynamite?
Rampage.
Wrong. She was on Dark, getting majority of her wins.
That's not true.
That is very true. But see, you don't prove it? Prove it.
Not right now.
I'm about to say, because I will definitely go and pull this up for you to show you.
I'm just trying to find excuses not to like this shit because the pay-per-view, it was cool, but I was hating while I was watching it because I was like, bro, I'm not supposed to like this shit. But I am mad about the fucking next match, that casino ladder match.
Can we get there?
Yes, we can.
Casino ladder match. Andrade.
If we get there, we already there.
Can I continue? Damn, I'm trying to, you feel me? Make this shit happen. Casino ladder match. Andrade, Rouge, Penta, Bray, Dante Martin, Claudio, Wheeler Yuta, and the Joker. The match was fine for what it was worth. We all wanted to know who the Joker was. A group of hooded people come down. They take the poker chip. It's Stokely Hathaway. The rest of the people he's been giving his business cards to. Joker comes down. They hand it to the Joker. Joker says he's going to unmask himself, or makes the motion to unmask, and then says no. I thought it did a great job of setting up the Joker for the rest of the pay-per-view.
Stop lying. You didn't know that he was gonna unmask himself at the end of the pay-per-view.
I didn't, but it
Right.
set it. But it set it up.
It set it up. Now that we know. But before, I was mad. I was like, hell no. Why the fuck did they do this? They about to make me wait till Wednesday to find out who this Joker is. And I bet you on Wednesday he don't even reveal himself. I was just mad because the whole match was good up until that point to where all the masked people came out and then easily just got the motherfucking shit. I'm like, what the fuck? No, why? Like, I was so disappointed. I'm like, why? I would say it paid off at the end, but still, why? Because I'm like, he's real enough capable to do it himself. Or pretty much just sneak it. Like, the Joker come out, the card, he just don't show up. But they don't play no music or nothing. And then when it was like everybody's down and shit, and it's just a ladder set up, you can come out running and grab it. I would have liked that better.
I think for everything that Tony Khan was looking to do, I think it worked out perfect. Because he didn't want to do, because you know, when he's done these ladder matches before, he's always done the surprise return as the Joker. Like, he could have just sent MJF out there, just had him climb up there, pull a Brock. That would have been fun.
I will say this: AEW's last pay-per-view, what was it?
I think the last one would have been Forbidden Door.
That was worth the $50 than this. I don't think this was worth $50. It was lack of a build, the whole pay-per-view. I mean, it was cool matches, but some outcomes was lackluster.
Why was it lackluster? Because they who you wanted to win didn't win? Or was it the fact that you were so focused on who this Joker was, you couldn't pay attention to the rest of the show?
I was pissed. 'Cause I'm like, why would you end a match that was already 5 stars like that?
It's set up for what happened later.
We didn't know that.
That's fine. We don't know that in the moment, but listen, I was just
in the moment. I was mad until that moment revealed itself. Then I was like, oh, alright. But in that moment, I was heated and I was pissed. Like, why? Why would you end the match like that? Like, what the hell?
We gonna move.
This match cooled me off a little bit. I'm like,
Salamander's a hater. He's gonna hate the whole way through.
now this match cooled me down a little bit. I'm like, yeah, that Kenny Omega guy, he alright.
Speaking of Omega, we had the Elite versus the Dark Order and Hangman, Cowboy Shit, Hangman Adam Page to crown the inaugural Trios champion. This match was fucking fantastic. It is in contention for match of the weekend. Oh my goodness, the different callbacks. Go ahead. I can talk about this for 5 minutes, but you go ahead and get yours out.
I was gonna say, I don't think it's gonna be match of the weekend though.
Let's see, use a hater.
Anyway, weekend.
It's definitely in contention. All of the different callbacks. When Matt was down there on the apron and he looked up at Hangman. The last time that happened was Kenny Omega versus Hangman for the AEW World Title, where Matt gave him the head nod of approval because he knew Kenny was injured. He knew Kenny needed a break. That didn't happen this time. Then the buckshot lariat in which Omega collapsed, only for Hangman to hit Johnny Hungry, John Silver, with the buckshot lariat for the win. That's a chef's kiss. 5 out of 5. Every time Hangman and Omega are in a match, it is an instant classic.
4 out of 5.
You use a hater. This match immediately gave me vibes of Kenny and Hangman versus the Young Bucks Revolution for the AEW World Tag Team Championships that a lot of people say is one of the best tag team matches that has happened in the continent of North America.
I'll tell you what match was better than this. That was on this card, dude.
Oh, we'll get there because that's another one. That's another one. What did you think of the match and how it played out?
The match was cool, but why they gotta like alright. The Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, I get like, you know, they are great wrestlers, right? But it's also known to the world that they are also the EVPs, right?
Yes.
But I do seem like they either the first or the second champions of each title that they established.
Kenny Omega was the third AEW World Champion.
But it happened so fast though still. Like when he captured that title, like 2020.
2020.
Yeah, so it still happened fast within a year.
No wait. 2020. No, it might have been no, because this is 2022. He lost it 2020. He won it during the pandemic in 2020.
Yeah, so it's within a year. It was on Chris Jericho. They went to John Moxley, then they went to him. All within a year. They don't even think John Moxley reign was that long.
He carried it through the first part of the pandemic, and then he dropped it to Omega, and Omega carried it all the way through the end.
But yeah, they always like the first couple ones. It's like it's cool. Like I can get into that matches, but it's like when it comes down, like of course, like, you know, they're gonna make sure that they, you know, capture all these titles and stuff. So it's kind of like I don't know. I can't really explain it though.
Here, I see where you're going. But how about this? It's a great team to have it on if you want to establish the titles.
It is.
How about that?
It's like, let's say the whole company of AEW is owned by let's use this as an example. Let's say right now Roman Reigns, he owns WWE. He's the chairman and all that, and he also is a talent, right? And look at him now. Titles going on 700 days. Push 800 days. So it's kind of like, dude, like, damn, that shit ain't fair.
I would agree with you if they were having long reigns.
But they all of them always on TV every week. They never miss any. They always sing.
That's not true either.
They always in competition of the titles. Like the Young Bucks stay. I be seeing that they be losing feuds, losing matches or whatever, but then they somehow always in the contention of the titles. Like, dang, how?
The Young Bucks lost to Swerve in Our Glory, and they haven't had a rematch since.
Yeah, they lost, but look, they got another title though.
We always knew that they were going to be in this trios tournament. We always knew that. We were just waiting on Omega.
That don't mean they had a win though. It's just the fact that like they touching titles. They got every member of the league. They have to touch the title.
They're a talented group.
What makes you? I don't know.
They're a talented group.
I feel like when they holding titles, that's when they character is actually good to me.
So you hate on them for holding the titles.
No. I'm saying like when they have the titles, that's when their character is actually good. But when they don't have the titles, it's not. I'm not that interested in them. Like I can't get into it. But I'm saying like the thing that makes you a good wrestler is like the title shouldn't make you the wrestler or whatever, like the Undertaker. He didn't need no damn title for him to get over and shit like that, and you know, and for him to be interesting. And then when he had a title, it just made that character blossom more. Like, I only see them blossom, and I only like can really get into that character. Maybe it's just me, but I can only really get into that character when they are holding the title.
I think you would much rather prefer them heels, but you're not a fan of them babyface.
I don't know, cause it's like they gotta be in something. They're not holding the title. They have to be in a long feud. They have to be. It have to be something that just can't just be on part of the show. Like, there was times that they wasn't using Shawn Michaels, but he was just part of the show, just doing skits and shit. Where he was just super kicking the staff in the back or whatever, and they had him cooking one time or whatever. It's like they have to be included in something major for them to feel relevant or something. Maybe I'm the odd one. I don't know. That's just how I feel.
I would say this. I think because that tag team division is so stacked, that's why you feel that way. If it wasn't as stacked, then you'd be like, there are a lot of other teams who can hold your attention more than the Young Bucks.
I also feel like they're not pushing a lot of people either. Like, I feel like I said earlier, I feel like it's the same people in rotation. The Young Bucks lose the tag titles, but they still on TV the next week, and somebody else is facing them, but a month later they're in contention again. It's like, how? But it's like, damn, y'all got like 15 other teams left, and I ain't seen none of them yet.
But you're acting like they stayed within the tag team division. They went into a whole nother division.
They still be right there at arm's length to any title though. They drop these trio titles, the Young Bucks gonna be in contention for the tag titles. I put money on it.
I think if they've been doing a great job in the trio title and they're like number maybe 3 or 4 in the rankings.
I put money on when the Elite dropped the trios titles, Kenny Omega's he's gonna be damn near number 1 contender, and the Young Bucks gonna be the number 1 contender for their respective division that they're gonna be in. I guarantee it.
If they've been tearing down the house, what's the problem?
You tear down the house in that division, you go moving on to another division. Just like in boxing, if you boxing stuff, you dominate your weight class, move on to the next one, you gotta get in line. There's still people in there that was doing stuff. You don't just want to shoot up to the top. You might be shooting up to like top 5 or whatever, but you still got other people who still be on the tear and stuff like that too, that dominate that division itself.
I'm not seeing it because your favorite era had a guy for 3 years.
No,
lose the world title and be right back in the world title picture.
No, that's different. AEW already established that they do statistics and all this other stuff. They keep track of their records, so that put them in a different way. I'm saying the way this is how it's gonna go. You know it is. Once they lose, they gonna be number 1 contenders and stuff. But outside of that adds up to the people who aren't on the road.
Outside of your boy CM Punk, everybody's had to earn a world title shot. Nobody just came in and got it. And even CM Punk's case, it was still 6 months.
That's CM Punk just made that at the end. He just made at the end of having to earn your way. They just about to start shooting people there who they feel like should be there.
I doubt it. Tony Khan has been long-term booking for the longest, and I'm gonna stand by that.
Long-term booking. He didn't know CM Punk was gonna sign until about 2-3 months before, and he was like, "No, but 6 months I'm gonna give you it."
Long-term booking is long-term booking. It doesn't matter how you cut it. Moving on, Jade Cargill defended against Athena.
Match of the night.
Not even close. Jade Cargill defended, retained. It looked good.
This is the match of the show for real.
You wished.
It was.
Moving on. It was okay.
This is better than the next match.
You might be right.
It was.
FTR Wardlow versus Jay Lethal Motor City Machine Guns. FTR and Wardlow got the win. Dax had his adorable daughter with him, and she got her payback on Sanjay Dutt. It was everything I needed to see.
You know what?
It hit me in the feels.
They had to do something sweet because they let Drew McIntyre sing and to close our class at the castle. So that's like we gotta have a moment like that too.
Why does everything have to be a WWE comparison?
You know, Jay Cargill and Athena, that match was better than the Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs too.
That is what's next. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Ricky Starks. I just thought they didn't.
I was pissed too. I was like, God, I was keeping track too, and I was like, damn, like we hit on the nose for most of our picks. It was only like 4 matches between the two of us that was like really the deciding factors. But I was like, damn, when this one came up, and then also, also the Danielson and Jericho one, I was like, shit, that's crazy though, and it's crazy too because on that Danielson and Jericho one, I also said I was like, bro, I should roll with my boy Jericho, but I'm gonna play it safe and go with Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson. Yeah, I knew I should have rolled with her. I knew I should have went with my first instinct.
Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks. Powerhouse Hobbs got the win. It just didn't get enough time for me. I feel like all Grand Slam, which is right around the corner, they're going to get 15 to 20 minutes and they're going to tear the house down.
I don't want to see it again. Not that soon. All of these like special shows and stuff that NXT and AEW be doing is kind of getting overwhelming.
It's wrestling, bro. Sit back, shut your mouth, and enjoy it.
It's too many special shows. I mean, we complain about WWE having so many pay-per-views, but we ain't complaining about all of these specials. Like, what's the difference between the Battle of the Belts versus the regular Dynamite? Just all the titles is on the line, or certain titles is on the line. We still got it. It's still a 2-hour show.
It's a 1-hour show.
Well, it's still 1 hour, whatever, like the standard show was that replaced it for that moment.
There's nothing wrong with the TV specials.
Wasn't Rampage that replaced for that week?
No, they just did Battle of the Belts on Saturday. Listen,
okay.
There's nothing wrong with TV specials because they don't break the norm. They always follow their schedule, and then they sprinkle in a Battle of the Belts here on this Saturday. Then they might sprinkle it in like 4 to 6 months later. There's nothing wrong with a TV special. All their TV specials are just episodes of Dynamite.
That's what
just like NXT. All the NXT specials, they're just NXT. They're just episodes of NXT.
I know, but that's what I mean. Like, why it don't make no sense? Like, ain't nothing different. Like, y'all don't decorate the Titantron and nothing different. The Rampage ain't different. It's still the same show. It's just got a different name to it. So I'm like, what's the point? It's all overwhelming. Like, what's the difference between NXT Heat Rave and NXT 2.0 for next week? It's no difference. That's all I'm saying. Like, what's the difference between AEW Dynamite Grand Slam versus AEW Dynamite for next week? It's just celebrating what the anniversary of AEW. But it's still gonna be, you still gonna put on matches and carry the same shows. Nothing gonna be different. You might do graffiti and extra pyro, but that's it.
Listen, Salamander, if these people want to put on TV specials, don't hate on it, just appreciate it.
I don't know. Even the biggest basketball fan ain't about to watch basketball 7 days a week, 24 hours.
I will. Not even joking.
I believe it though.
AEW World Tag Team Championships are on the line. Champs Swerve in Our Glory defend against the Acclaimed, and they retained against the Acclaimed. I saw on Twitter a lot of people saying they should have called an audible. I'm glad Tony Khan deflected from that in the post-media scrum, and also sticking to his guns, because I think we can have a bigger match at Grand Slam in the Acclaims or Max Caster's hometown, and he can get the win there.
See, this shit is about to piss me off. Why?
Why not?
What's the point of having them putting the match out? And they did this shit with CM Punk. What's the point of having a match, having them lose just to have them win again 2 weeks later? We complain about 50-50 booking in WWE, but we're not complaining about it in AEW.
No, you know why? Because unlike the E, we're actually
give it to us then. That way the pop will be much better, and it's already, you already know the audience.
The same pop that you would have got at the Now Arena, you're gonna get that same pop in Queens, probably louder when Max Caster hits the mic drop and pins Swerve Strickland.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan on that. I'm not a big fan on this 50-50 booking tough. I'm like, even though he getting the win at his hometown, but we still complain when it was WWE, and we're not complaining when it's AEW. Like, they still doing 50-50 booking. 50-50 booking is horrible. Like, especially if you're doing it this quick too. Like, if you're gonna do 50-50 booking, you should have had this match 2 weeks ago, and then put on the match at Grand Slam.
No, because then you wouldn't have got this match now. Two things, Salamander. There's two things wrong with your statement. Number one, everybody loves the Acclaimed. Everybody loves the Acclaimed. The Acclaimed have arrived. They are here. Me and you, we knew how special the Acclaimed were, but they needed a match like this so everybody else can see how special they are. See, they just think it's all gimmick because they come out with the raps and the scissor me daddy ass. They think that shit's just, it's a good ass gimmick. No, these gentlemen can go in the ring. They can go with anybody. Why not give them that one win and have them win in front of 20,000? In front of 20,000 on their ass.
I'll tell you why not. And it's simple. 50-50 booking.
There's nothing wrong with 50-50 booking from time to time. You just can't overdo it.
So now it's from time to time.
And listen, you talk about AEW with the blood. If I see blood in WWE, I'm automatically piqued. It's piqued my interest. You know why? Because they don't do it all the time.
AEW do too much.
Exactly. WWE does 50-50 booking too much.
It's not exciting.
Yeah, because you've seen WWE do it so many times.
50-50 booking is never exciting.
In the right circumstances, and that's one of the circumstances in which you can get it right.
But then they're gonna do another 50-50 booking and have Swerve in Our Glory win it again.
They're not gonna put it back on Swerve in Our Glory. They'll probably transition into a Swerve and Keith Lee feud. Because that's what Tony Khan's been setting up since they won the titles.
Why?
Why not? A heel Swerve with a babyface Keith Lee, or a heel Keith Lee with a babyface Swerve Strickland.
I swear, if they start Keith Lee heel, they gonna bring back Shane Taylor. Yes,
and that would be the perfect time to do it. That would be the perfect time to do it. AEW interim Women's World Championship. We're crowning an interim world champion for the women because because Thunder Rosa is injured. Tony Storm, Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker, Hikaru Shida. Tony Storm is your new AEW interim Women's World Champ. I thought at first the way that this match was laid out was very weird. I was waiting on them to turn on each other, but I like Tony Khan not giving us the norm and didn't give it to us until Jamie Hayter was about to pick up the win. And that's when Britt Baker snatched the ref out the ring. I like that little twist in the story.
Yeah. Because I was excited. I actually thought Jamie Hayter was gonna win, but because Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker, they was cool, right?
Right.
But now they're not. Yeah. I mean, shit. Only thing they're gonna do now is just have Tony Storm feud with Britt Baker because she's the #1 heel.
I think that we're going to start. She's going to feud with everybody. Probably Britt and Hayter first. Then I think she'll transition into somebody like a Serena Deeb.
See, we see the same women though. Same people on the roster. I keep telling you.
I mean, what women are there? There are very few women on that women's roster who had, I won't even say talent because they all are very talented, that have the skill set of a Tony Storm. They're very few.
So what you're saying is division much as the men's.
No, I'm just saying he needs a little bit of help with the women's division. That women's division is not far off. It's not as far off as people make it seem.
So why CM Punk hold the title and shit for he was out, but he take Thunder Rosa had to vacate it.
She didn't vacate it. She's still champion.
So they reversed it.
No, they never
read a promo and saying that she had to vacate it because she was injured.
They did. I guess that's what she said. She might have phrased that wrong, but it was the interim title.
Nah. They reversed that shit. It got a lot of backlash. I seen on Twitter there was a lot of people going at them for that. I reversed it.
They didn't say nothing about it. They said it was the AEW interim, and even Tony Storm said that at the press conference or the media scrum.
They had to reverse. They reversed it after the day after that stuff happened.
Why is it that it's reversed and she could have just said the wrong thing?
I don't think so. I think you're just trying to protect your company.
I'm not trying to protect. You've done more protecting over WWE than I've done over AEW.
You seen what I'm been saying for the last year now. I'm starting to open your eyes.
Not really. If it's fair and it's right, I've always told you. I will always see it. But you just haven't been on the point lately. You're more so reaching with everything that you're doing now.
Yeah, I am. But I would say 15 down matches. Right.
Next up, Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy. I don't know why I thought Luchasaurus was back with Jungle Boy. But when he attacked Jungle Boy before the match, my heart broke. Especially after seeing Christian get slapped by Jungle Boy's mom, I just knew Jungle Boy was gonna beat his ass. Then Luchasaurus happened. Chokeslam.
I was gonna say, I don't like that triple turn shit that Luchasaurus did.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't know. I told you, I'm over this Lucha Boy, whoever. Luchasaurus shit. I'm over that shit.
Why?
Christian battling fucking Tarzan and dinosaur.
He's just fighting Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Why are you upset about a character? That's his character.
I'm over it. That's like what TNA had, Shark Boy and shit. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, he's Shark Boy, wanna be Stone Cold.
First off, Jungle Boy is nothing like that. Jungle Boy could definitely hold his own. I like it. It definitely was something that came out of left field. Did not even expect that. 6-man tag: Sting, Miro, Darby Allin versus House of Black. Darby Allin pinned Malachi Black. We've already talked off camera about this, but whatever Malachi Black is dealing with, I hope he definitely gets the help he needs.
Yeah, he coming to WWE.
He's still under contract.
You better breach a contract. He just gonna show up tonight on Raw. Yeah. Start a war.
I can't even take you serious.
AEW don't want a war with Monday Night Raw.
Nobody said they did.
They was picking on NXT.
Picking on NXT?
Yeah. All the wrestlers in the shots and shit.
Why do you hate AEW so much?
I don't. I just hate them a little bit.
But why?
I don't know. I don't know. Shit, for real. That's like WWE.
There's nothing wrong. Well, don't we sit here and preach there's nothing wrong with liking two companies?
It's not. But I just like to troll you because it's funny.
You can't troll. Because I know my company inside out. And sometimes I know your company more than you. Sometimes. Main event: CM Punk, John Moxley.
You skipped, bro.
No, I didn't. What I skip?
Danielson and Jericho.
Oh, I did skip that, didn't I? Definitely forgot about that. Danielson, Jericho, Lionheart, American Dragon. Jericho got the win. He cheated. I loved the match. I really did. That's also a match of the weekend contention. It was something about just going back to old school wrestling.
We get that with every day a Bryan Danielson match.
But it just was better with Chris Jericho.
Because he wrestling like how he wants.
But I feel like that's what all the talent should do on either show. You should always be able to wrestle your style. No one style is the best style. I feel like that's one of the advantages that AEW has. Because you get different styles. But what did you think of the match?
I like that. I like the callback to his WCW, ECW days and shit with the Lionheart. I like the match though, but I also dislike how the whole club took a damn loss tonight. Well, that night.
Oh yeah, Blackpool Combat Club.
Yes.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't their finest nights. Definitely wasn't the finest night for them. Main event, AEW World Championship. Unified champion Jon Moxley defends against CM Punk. CM Punk got the win. I thought that looking back on how everything played out, it was fine. Favor for a favor. Got over Moxley. Moxley got over CM Punk. At the end of it all, we got the returning MJF. And he sat there and had a stare down with CM Punk. MJF is a baby face. You hear the pop he got?
Yeah, because he's been gone for a while. And I told you, if you're going for a while in wrestling, longer than 3 months. Because 3 months is like damn near half a year in wrestling terms. So, it don't matter if you're a face, a baby face, or a heel. You gonna get some type of reaction when you make your return.
I just didn't think that pop was gonna be that big. As soon as the first note of his song hit, it got loud. Does MJF... Well, okay, so let me ask you this. Before we go on to Clash of the Castle and wrap this up. With MJF winning the Casino Ladder match, where do you do this title match? Do you do it at Grand Slam or do you do it at Full Gear?
Is it like the Money in the Bank that can get it anywhere, or is that a certain destination?
I think it's just Tony Khan is going to set the destination.
I think you should wait for another pay-per-view, because that's a money. Why give it at Grand Slam on free TV? A match like this.
So wait till Full Gear?
Yeah, I would wait till either like the next pay-per-view or long-term book it. Just let him tease. Like, you just have CM Punk still going to do what he doing, but just keep having him tease it like, I got one with you.
Put him in a crowd and just have him watch all of CM Punk's title defenses. Put CM Punk on like a 3 or 4 week title defense streak. But every time you see MJF in the crowd,
and at the end of the match, you got MJF look like make CM Punk be on his toes, like CM Punk celebrating. He turned around, MJF had a chair, and it looked like he's about to hit him, but he put it down, was just laughing and clapping, and he rolled out the ring. And each week is something different like that, like just teasing, like I'm just waiting for my moment.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. We are moving on to
the best WWE of the weekend.
Not even close.
The best.
Not even close. WWE Clash at the Castle. We're starting off with the 6-woman tag match. Bayley, Dakota Kai, Io Sky versus Bianca Belair, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss. Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky got the win. Bayley pinned Bianca Belair. The match was okay. They were lost in certain spots. It kind of took me out of the match when I'm sitting here listening to Bailey call spots, making sure everybody knows what they did. She did a great job of leading the match. I just thought it was going to be better than what it was, but with that being said, I still enjoyed the match.
Look, I like the match too. I just don't agree with the champion taking the pinfall, but I guess Bailey pinning Bianca put her next in line of challenging for Bianca's title. But also at the same time, Damage Control, they really needed that win, especially after they came up short in the women's tag title tournament. Also, as well, I don't mind Bailey doing what she was doing, what she was calling like the stuff out, because it's like she's talking to her team, and you know, a tag match, you work as a team, you work as a unit. Like, it's communication on the basketball field, on the basketball court. You going out there, you know, they tell you to set picks and where they get at for open pass and stuff like that too. So it's like you just help your teammate out. So it's like Bailey, she the vet compared to both of them, compared to Io Sky and Dakota Kai. So it's like, you know, Dakota Kai is the vet of like NXT basically, but it's like, you know, like I'm showing y'all the ropes, y'all my proteges. I'm showing y'all the ropes and stuff like that. So listen to me under my guidance, I guarantee I can take out the big spaces.
All I hear is you defending your company. Because you sit here and talk about other people calling out spots, but then she's just quarterbacking the match.
It's a difference when you're calling out spots towards your teammates versus calling out spots towards your opponent.
All I hear is you defending your company. It's okay. Your women didn't know. Your women didn't know where to be.
Let's say you got a table set up and your tag partner is somewhere else, and you got your opponent in your hands, and you call his name. You like, yo, I'm tossing him in the air, you boom. And then you toss him in the air, he catch him, and then y'all put him through the table. It's like, I don't see nothing bad with communication like that versus it's a one-on-one match, and you tell your opponent, I'm tossing you in the air and I'm gonna hit you, and you gonna go through the table. And you hear that whole thing. It's a tag match. Y'all supposed to be on the same, like, that's the aspect I don't like about like how wrestlers try to play in tag matches. Is like the tag teams can't communicate. Like, I'm supposed to know, like, just because you're my tag partner, I'm supposed to know, alright, you better hit this move, so I need to be right here. Granted, yes, to a point, but communication is still key. You still have to have communication in all sports. They communicate. Soccer, football, they communicate to each other on the field to let them know what's going on. Keep your eye, because I may see something you can't see, so I'm letting you know what's going on. And the tag team sense, it's nothing bad with communication with your tag partner, as long as you not communicate with the opponent, telling them what the next move is and we hearing it. I don't mind hearing you tell your partner to get in this spot.
I don't know, Salamander. I hear you defending your company, and you've had more to say on this than the AEW pay-per-view. It could have been better. That's all I'll say. Probably the match of the night. Intercontinental Championship on the line. A reunited Imperium led by the Ring General Gunther versus Sheamus. Hard hitting is all you need to know about this match. They beat the shit out of each other. That's all you need to know.
I do want to say, Reg Holland, he cannot sell. When they was all doing that battle and stuff on the outside, and it was somebody that jumped on his back, and like they did like a move and they hit him, and he just like took 2 steps and walked it off and just started hitting the other person. I'm like, what the hell? And you supposed to sell that stuff though.
He's a heavyweight though.
I don't know.
Ludwig,
all of his matches, I'm not impressed by it.
Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci, they're not big dudes for real. Like, they're big in a wrestling sense, but like compared to Ridge Holland, like just in wrestling sense.
But if you do something like that and then you have somebody like Rey Mysterio do the same thing, they fall. So it's like, I don't know.
Gunther retains. He beat Sheamus. Those chops didn't sound very loud, did they?
I don't know, not really, but I seen the damage though.
I mean, well, Walter's heavy-handed. We saw him break a tape.
I like the damage on both of them though. I like how Sheamus, his chest was all bruised and welted and bloody up, but Gunther's chest was red, like you see it. But I like how Gunther had the chops and you know Sheamus had to beat the chest beats.
Yeah, they teased that too much for my liking.
I liked it. I mean, I liked this match. This match was tremendous to me.
I just don't like how many times they teased it before he actually got to do it. I think we could have cut the teasers in half and then he got it towards the end.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I like how he did that shit in on the barricade though.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, but you know what I'm constantly impressed with?
What?
The physique of Gunther and the stamina of Gunther. I think Gunther could wrestle for about an hour and a half if he really had to.
I think so too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he doesn't look tired. I'm telling you, that's that Bryan Danielson-esque stamina. Because you get done watching the Bryan Danielson match and he look like he could wrestle again.
Yeah.
Smack. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I see what you mean though.
SmackDown Women's Championship on the line. Liv Morgan defends against Shayna Baszler. Liv Morgan retained. So my only problem is that this made Shayna Baszler look very weak. But Liv needed this win.
I wasn't high on this match at all. I don't like the way it ended. I think they should have just did it because they did it once with her. So I think they should have just continued the story, especially when she faced these submission specialists. I think, you know, Shayna should have locked in like the rear naked choke or some shit, and then like she should have hit the move that she did, right? Went for the pin, but then Shayna pop up and hit her with the rear naked choke, and then as we have Liv, she do the roll up thing, and then it's like Shayna still got her head, but Liv is standing up. And the ref sees one side of her body, so he goes for the pin because Shayna's shoulders is down, but she's tapping out on the other side on Shayna's arm, so Shayna know that she got the win, so she feel like she won. But the bell rings, you know, she's celebrating, but they gave the belt to Liv, and she's saying like, what the fuck, what you mean, and all this stuff. And then they just do the same thing they did with Ronda. Now at Extreme Rules, you run a triple threat. That way, if you want to keep it on Liv, you can protect one.
But I don't want to see that. I'm not gonna hold you, because that's the problem. That's why she's getting booed now. She should have never tapped to Ronda. I should have never tapped.
They just live with it. Just keep going.
It's a bad decision. Why is your babyface tapping out and then coming out here saying, I know I tapped out? Like, why? Why are you saying that?
That should be strict immediately.
Yeah. Like, that's something that a heel would say while they're a face right before they turn. Then as soon as you get the you tapped out chance, that's when they fully turn and they go in on the WWE universe.
But
wasn't a huge fan of that match. I tell you what, I was a huge fan of though. Edge, Rey Mysterio versus the Judgment Day.
You say you was a huge fan?
I was a huge fan of this match.
Yes, this match was good as fuck.
I absolutely loved this match, and it had a ending that was just as good as the match.
Yes. You know that's a recall to the same way he did Ray, like tap the shoulder and shit, and then close on the same way that Eddie did.
Yeah, I saw that. The whole time I was sitting here, I'm looking at Dominic, and Dominic is talking to Edge, and I'm like, he's about to low blow Edge. Boom, low blows Edge. Ray's sitting there Why did you do that? He's getting mad. And you're sitting there looking at Dom, and Dom is looking like he's conflicted. But you know where it's going.
He had to. Like, that's why I'm saying, cause I tweeted somebody, they said something, but I'm like, this in a match, like, during that whole match, he never helped Edge. He only helped when his dad needed help, so he helped his dad. And then when he did, and then leading up to the clash at the castle, he already said to his dad that he didn't trust Edge and stuff like that too, so they was already building up to this. So then when it happened, he was having words with Edge back and forth. I'm thinking Edge probably told him, like, do you trust me now? Da, 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 da. And that's what he did. What he did, boom, kicked him. And then it was at the point like his dad was basically like, why you do that? Why you do that? So at that point he was like, I got to now. I already went this far. I got to do it. So fuck it, boom. So we all know the truth of why he did that shit though. You know what the truth is?
Bray's retirement.
No, so you can go hang out with Rhea Ripley.
Oh, of course. Of course.
She was flirting all that time. She was just beating him up and shit. We all know, and we learned that shit in grade school. Where you get the girl be like, you ugly all the damn time. You want to crack on you or always be hitting on you. She's the one that like you.
I think I would have preferred a more destructive beatdown of Ray. I think we should have did, because we already did the callback. We might as well do another callback to the brain buster on the steps.
I don't think they want to do that yet, because I don't think his intentions is towards his dad yet. I think that's the reason why they didn't do it that way and have him like really beat his dad. It was more of a, all right, man, get off of me, bro. Like one of those.
I mean, but you don't low blow your dad. That's your dad.
He ain't low blow. He clothesline.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Edge. Yeah, I mean, well, I guess, okay, we put it like that, yeah, okay. So when do you think they do that then? When do they do that more vicious beatdown of Ray, or does it never happen? Or is that how he sends Ray into retirement?
I would say you had him going this whole heel tear and shit, right? And then when they get down to it, to make him like the ultimate heel to really satisfy his heel run, it's a retirement match. He put his dad on the show, and then I say he do some ultimate disrespectful shit too. After he beat his dad, he take his mask off and then leave with it.
So no brain buster on the steel steps.
Nah, I'll say that's way more, because now Ray got to retire and he got his, because the thing of being a luchador, once you take your mask off, like you can't do that gimmick no more. Like that gimmick is a wrap for you. So it's like, you retired, I'm taking this off of you. You know? And then Dominique dons it. I would say he come out that next week with his own like mask, but it's his own version of Ray. Like he got some similarities to Ray mask, but it's his own twist to it.
See, if they were smart, they would make Dom to be a total psychopath, have him handcuff Ray, but Aaliyah comes out there to try to talk some sense into him, and then he either clotheslines her or does some type of move on her while Ray is handcuffed. They can't do nothing.
Nah, that's too much.
No, it's not.
That's too much. This is simple, going on a hero run, and then you just go ahead and just have him turn heel. I mean, he already here, but just have him go on a heel run, and just when his dad do his farewell tour, that's his last match.
You can't turn on your dad and then just be a normal heel. You have to be over the top.
Yeah.
Like, why do you want to? Like, you got to think that's something that most people can't come back from in real life. Like, bro, you attack your dad. That don't even make sense. Like, that automatically puts you in a negative light in the eye of the public.
Yeah, because you will have to address that soon. But I don't know, yeah. Or it'll be a thing like, shit, he did it, but he's running. He's on the run, like you have a thing of Ray trying to like catch up to him, like he kept he's backstage in the area or something like that, and then by the time Ray get there, he's gone. Dominique gone. He's looking around. Dominique left the show like he had a match or whatever. Boom, boom. Dominique got a match, so Ray next week. So Ray show up early, just try to see him and shit, but Dominique just he no shows. Cause he got a tip or some shit, and we don't know who's helping him. But little do we know it's a Judgment Day, right? Like they hide Dominique and shit.
Yeah, I'm like, you have to be incredibly vicious to turn on your dad.
That could be a way to prolong this, to have him be like heels and shit, and then like when he do have matches, we got the Judgment Day guarding, so that way Edge or Ray can't run in. Like, the whole story could be Edge is trying to get his hands on Dominique, but Ray is trying to stop Edge from putting his hands on his son. But also, Ray wanted to get his hands on his son as well. True. It's boy, that's my son, I'm gonna beat his ass.
I like it. Moving on. Seth Rollins versus Riddle. Seth Rollins got the win. I thought this was a fantastic match as well.
Yes. This damn near match of the night too, I ain't gonna lie. Damn near runner up. But I like how Seth used Riddle's emotions against him though, but
yes.
It could have went either way though. But Seth, realistically, after his feud with Cody Rhodes, Seth needed his win.
Yes.
Yeah, so I wasn't mad with it.
I saw a stat that said Seth Rollins hadn't had a premium live event win since January.
I believe because he's been feuding with Cody Rhodes. He's been feuding with Cody Rhodes since April, and then before then he was what? It was some shit. I forgot who he was with. It was some shit that he was doing that shit for a while.
I think the last time he got that win was when Roman Reigns got disqualified.
Yeah, he was he feuding with Roman?
But they just started that so they could get a title match on a Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, to get another title match.
He was feuding with them. Okay, yeah. So he was feuding with Roman around that time. Yeah. And then shortly after that's when he did find his way on the because that's when Brock ended up coming back and shit. And then he needed to find his way on WrestleMania.
Right.
But that's what we was thinking was gonna be the WrestleMania match.
Was
Roman and Seth.
Right. But then they gave us Seth and Cody, which was infinitely better.
Yeah, it was.
Main event. The head of the table, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre in Drew McIntyre's backyard. Roman Reigns.
5 out of 5.
It was very good. Roman Reigns retained with the help of the third Uso, Solo Sikoa.
I knew something was gonna happen. I was calling it out. I just didn't know what who's, because I was like Roman's supposed to do what he's doing. He's a heel, right? But the thing about it, I didn't like how Roman came out there, and just because the crowd's chanting for it. Drew, he looked like he was concerned and shit. Like, I don't believe that. Like, you the champion for over 700 days. You shouldn't be looking like that. Like, you know you a heel and shit. You want people to acknowledge you. I understand that, but it's like, I don't know. I just think he played that card too much, of that concern card.
So it's the same thing I told you off camera. It's the same thing I'm gonna tell you on camera. What was the purpose of making this whole show around Drew McIntyre going back to his backyard, WWE stepping foot in the United Kingdom in over 30 years for Drew McIntyre to lose?
Alright, I got an answer for you, because I thought about this over the weekend when you asked for the first time, right?
Right.
One, is to set up another match, of course. Two, it's been 30 years, so why not come back out here, feel me? And the third one, and this is the most simplest one, man. Drew McIntyre, he's not British Bulldog. That's it. He ain't no Davey Boy Smith. The last person that got a win in his hometown in the UK was Davey Boy Smith.
So there were a lot of different things that we could have done. I even proposed to you a long time ago that pull the title change, but then Roman gets the dub back on SmackDown. Or
You can't. Because why would you because therefore it starts over at 1. Because why would you end a 700-day reign? In this era of wrestling, no one had ever held a belt longer than 400 days, I believe. So if you already got a person who's pushing 800 days and pushing Bruno Sammartino and all the greats that wrestle in the 50s and stuff, if you pushing them type of numbers, why? Why might as well have him push it? I remember I was telling you when he go into WrestleMania, he'd be like 1,000 days. I was wrong. He'd be like pushing 1,000. He'd be like 960 some days. So why not? Why not? You might as well chase for it. You might as well capture it.
Okay, so let me ask you this then, because you are right. You're very right about that. Why not have Drew lose clean then?
So you can set it up. Because you ain't gonna have Drew lose clean and then you gotta go back of the line. Like you gonna set it up again. Like that might do a fucking Karrion Kross versus, but we know Roman setting out for Extreme Rules. They might do a Karrion Kross versus Drew McIntyre for number 1 contenders match and have some type of shenanigans with Drew McIntyre fucking around and win again. That way you can put this on that Saudi, have him go, have Roman Reigns clean that Saudi and shit, boom.
But you see my point though, like there's no point in making it all about Drew if he wasn't gonna win.
It's just to build the hype. Like right now, it's showing both of WWE's main titles is with one person. So we have to show prestige to it. We have to show Roman don't want to drop this title, but we also have some hungry motherfuckers waiting to end this shit. Yes, Drew, you are in your hometown. You have all the hype around you. Can you achieve it? You have the ultimate pressure. It comes to find out you didn't achieve it. Whether it was clean or dirty, you still didn't achieve it. At the end of the day, it goes on to win and loss. That's just a story, shit. Next in line, I see that they released the list of people who he defeated during his whole title reign, and it was like, and it's nobody more, and it is. And you do got a lot more. You still got Cody Rhodes, you got Karrion Kross, you got Randy Orton, you got Seth Rollins, you got he already faced Matt Riddle, but you got Bobby Lashley. We ain't seen that shit. Like, you got plenty of people that you can go through that you can still put up a good fight. But the thing is, this is what the story is. It don't matter if it's in your hometown, we could be in your home state, we could be in the city you grew up in. Shit, if you can't overcome, you can't overcome. You can have all the odds get on you. And so you know what Roman coming like, you know how he coming. If you know how he coming, like, you can't complain. That's like saying when you play Mortal Kombat, you make it to the top of the pyramid to face Goro. You know how you gonna come. So when you lose, you gotta start back at the bottom and start over again. Make complaints. You gotta come better next time. That's it.
They sit here and complain that the title belt is not on a guy who can defend it live events. Discussions were had about getting the belt off of Roman. I told you this was the one time where you could have pulled a title change and not have to worry about a crowd booing it. Sometimes it is better to call an audible and send the crowd home happy. To me, that would have been time.
To me, not in this case. I don't know. But just overall, this weekend, you said 20 out of 10?
20 out of 10. Every show was good.
What was the best pay-per-view?
All that.
Premium live event.
All that. That's the question.
You know I'm picking Clash.
Okay.
Match of the night. If you have to pick one match out of all 3 shows, match of the night.
Swerve Strickland, Keith Lee versus The Acclaimed.
Wow. Okay. I am gonna pick. I'm gonna have to pick Riddle and Rollins.
Hey, that's
I'm gonna have to roll with that.
It's a good match.
Who's your superstar or wrestler of the weekend?
The Acclaimed.
The Acclaimed.
They definitely have proven, they showed up and they proven they are a mainstay in the tag division.
I got a top notch for you. I got match of the night to Riddle and Seth. I'm giving Wrestler of the Weekend. Because I'm excited for this guy now. I'm giving it to Gunther. Giving it to him. But
that ain't getting it out?
yes. Hey, he's next too. He could be there. He could be a next challenger too.
I've always said he's the last boss. He could be one of the if it ain't Cody, it should only be Gunther.
Yeah.
Or Seth. Only those three. Those are the only three in contention of taking this belt off of Roman.
Right. But that's it, guys. Go ahead and let us know in the comment section below what you think about this week of wrestling. Let us know if y'all watch All Out and War Collide. I know y'all guys watch Clash of the Castle, but let us know if you watch the other two pay-per-views as well. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, push that notification bell for all weekly uploads. Once again, I'm Camille Salamander. It's KB the Mark. Simply, we some fucking marks that love sports entertainment.
I started with nothing and came out a king. I've been the one that's been ballin' for rings. It's been me and my team and we chasing the green. My team be the shit, we ain't ballin' for free. My team be the shit, we ain't ballin' for free.